Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
It's time for our very favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. As always, Ms. Calhoun, please start us off.
And it is a disgrace-packed week. I'm going to go partly with Mother Nature and the wildfires out west in Colorado, which are so horrific, but also with Google Maps, which, in order to make sure people can avoid closed I-70 in Glenwood Canyon, is sending people in their little non-four-wheel drive cars through four-wheel drive paths and over rivers. And it is the craziest thing. If you are heading west, be careful.
When they had put out a warning to not use Cottonwood Creek or Cottonwood Pass, I was like, okay, folks, people in four-wheel drive Jeeps don't use that as often. Eric, your Disgrace of the Week.
Oh, I'm with Patty. I think we should do a full 30-minute show on disgraces. But if I have to pick one, just when I think you can't get more cynical, President Trump's move to not fund the Postal Service or not give the Postal Service the resources that they clearly need to just cripple the whole vote-by-mail process. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you predict it's going to be a disaster, you withhold the money, so then it becomes more problematic and you get to say, I told you so. The cynicism and the voter suppression of it is just astounding.
Krista, we go to you for your Disgrace of the Week.
You know, I'm going to give it to two really evil people, Sean and Desiree Andrews, who hunted down and shot and killed a dog that was walking on the sidewalk. And I know crime is up in the city. There's a lot of nasty people, but to just find a dog and kill that dog, I'm so glad these people are in jail, and I hope they stay there a long time.
Hear, hear. Greg, we go to you next for your Disgrace of the Week.
I'm going to give it to the Aurora Police Chief, Vanessa Wilson, for refusing to do an interview with the Denver Post for their story on Sunday about police abuses at Aurora. And it goes right to the point I was making earlier about the failure of leaders there to sort of publicly address the concerns of the community and reassure them that this is not going to be tolerated and that it's a daily focus for them.
Time to say something nice, Patty?
I'm going to return to Aurora, which is maybe the most interesting town in Colorado right now. Tomorrow, they always have an annual global festival because 1 out of 5 residents of Aurora is from another country. And they're having the Global Fest virtually this year. You could tune in on the Aurora Facebook, celebrate some good things about that city.
Eric.
I'm going to do the world's quickest twofer. First to you, Dominic, for your comments last week. I know that was not an easy situation, but thank you for setting a standard and raising the standard around this table. Secondly, a woman, Meredith Latshaw, if I have the pronunciation correct, who is a beloved teacher at Grandview High School, killed in a freak accident camping with her family. A tree fell on her. And our friend around this table, Alan Janae from Channel 4, and his daughters were camping at the next site and were the first on the scene and administered her wonderful care in her last moments.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Krista, we go to you for your Say Something Nice.
I'm going to give it to Councilwoman Candy C. DeBaca. She wants to abolish the Denver police and put in some kind of a peace force. I live in the suburbs, and the minute that press release went out, my home value went way, way up. So, you know what? This little tiny house is now worth a lot of money. Thank you so much, Councilwoman.
And Greg, we go to you for your Say Something Nice.
I'm going to say something nice about Pastor Brian Cedarwall of the Denver Dream Center. They're going to be giving away 200,000 pounds of food to families affected by the pandemic every Friday at the Pepsi Center. And that's through the generosity of the greater Denver, Metro Denver community. Just a really, really great thing to see happen.
Great to see that kind of thing happening.